We are MDT. We design, test, and create precision rifle chassis and accessories to help you shoot better.
They help control the recoil so it doesn't go left, right, it comes straight back, and you can see more downrange and shoot from less stable positions. We have M-lock on the back, 4 mounting positions, 3 fixed, and 1 slotted position here on the left. And we've got a series of locking tabs to work in multiple systems. These wings, we use them on AR platforms, we use them on our chassis systems, the MDT chassis systems, as well as numerous others. They're designed to fit really in the majority of M-lock slots out there. They widen the overall platform on the bottom of the rifle. So you take a standard 2, 2.5, whatever the width of your system is, and we add about 1 inch to each side. Well, if we added that flat on the bottom, that doesn't really work ideal for what we want to do. If you would take a bag of any sort and you put it on a table, there's high spots and low spots. And if you just put flat on flat, then those high spots kind of bounce around and there's no stability front, back, any direction. It just kind of sits there pretty well. The Baker Wing drops in kind of like a boat hull. It makes a nice even pattern. It wedges down into the bag and then floats up on either side. Once you shoot that rifle, it takes all the left and right out of the rifle. So under recoil, that rifle can only track straight back into the shoulder as opposed to slipping out into the pocket or slipping down or somewhere else. So that recoil travels in a straight line back to the eye, so you're able to see more downrange. If your arms are a little bit longer, you want to keep your shoulders square, you may move this up a slot or 2. Personally, I run mine back farther. You can see it comes even back over the mag well. On this system, it's set up for somebody else. Their arms are a little bit longer, their shoulders are a little bit narrower, and they're able to reach out a little farther while keeping that square body position, and they run this a little bit farther forward. The Baker Wings have a QD mount here for your sling. You can use sling swivels or any fast attachments. This rear slotted for some of the AR platforms. On a few of the fore ends that we tested, we also put this groove in the back so you can take the takedown pins if you have it farther back on AR fore ends. We have friction modifying material on the bottom of this. Whenever you put this in the bag, it helps bite into the bag and keep it from slipping. It binds right down. So the Baker Wings also allow you to be on more than just a flat platform. Because of that boat hull tape design where it's a little lower in the middle and less on either side, if you're on an angle, it'll allow it to settle into the bag and get more right. And a flat plate would let you just slide off, or the flat bottom of the chassis. This allows it to bite in and still have that horizontal stability. So let's go over to a prop and let me show you a little bit about how I like to use them. So with the boat hull type design, when you drop onto a bag, there's really not a huge need to shake it down into the bag. Not that it doesn't work, but time saving, it just drops right into the bag. Without any shaking, it's already slid down in and locked on both sides. So I find my target downrange, I come up to my prop, I drop my rifle down onto the bag, I just find my position. At this point, the rifle's already balanced and stable. But I have a little gap here in the front, and that's what we want. But it's touching on all sides already. There's no need to shake it down in if your bag's properly filled. So I'm gonna come into the rifle. I want square shoulders, I want square down range. So the length of this Baker Wing, how far you reach it out or how far back, really matters to keep those shoulders perpendicular to the rifle so you can manage recoil better. So I come in here to my shoulder, look over, and for me, I have it down. That keeps my shoulders square. If you reach out here like this, well, then you're not managing recoil really well. So, but if you have narrow shoulders and arms 6 inches longer than mine, you may want to grab it all the way up here. But don't be afraid to even bring it back further than where I have them. So downrange, I look over, I find my target, I'm pretty stable. I adjust my cant. Well, by having this boat hull type design, I'm able to adjust the cant either way and rock it inside of that valley. So I find the can on my rifle with my level. Once I have that, then I grab the bag and grab down on the top of the wings and I squeeze it all back together. And that locks the rifle. At that point, that rifle's not moving. It don't move back, it don't move left and right, it's moving. I can literally shoot that rifle under recoil and the rifle doesn't move. And if it does move, it doesn't slide out into my shoulder or drop away. It's pretty well locked in. So I come in, find my target, index, I draw back, I close the bolt, execute. Okay, so here we're in play. I'm going to go ahead and just close the bolt. I'm on target. I'm not going to influence the rifle with my hand or my shoulder in any way. Make sure I'm still on target. Impact. The rifle never touched me. As you see, it barely moved at all. So as you see under recoil, the rifle moved, but it was still on target and right back in. And that's the beauty of the Baker Wings. They only allow the recoil if you lock your bag properly and you manage recoil a little bit. It only comes straight back and rocks directly back into place. So we went into the pistol world, and with a pistol we do a wrist lock, where you lock the wrist and you're driving recoil down through the bone structure all the way through your skeleton. You're actually using that to mitigate recoil. I wanted to do the same thing with a bolt action rifle. So the concept is, when you grab the wing, you grab it, you grab your bag, you rotate your wrist, performing a wrist lock, just like in the pistol world. So now this recoil is being managed here and coming through my whole skeletal structure, as opposed to just pushing back on my shoulder.